Hey guys, it's towniesimbuilds here, and welcome back to another build. Today we're starting off December a little bit differently. Normally a lot of the builds are very wintry and holiday themed, but today we are going to a tropical onsen resort in the world of 𝗧𝗛𝗛 no less. This build was actually based off a request by fellow simmer 𝗧𝗛𝗏𝗚𝗚, who reached out back in September, searching for an onsen located in the world of Evergreen Harbor. Unfortunately, I didn't have this expansion pack, but I did in fact want to create an onsen that was a little bit more contemporary and something unique for the game. So with that said, let's head on over to the world of 𝗧𝗛𝗛 and check out the tropical onsen resort. Alright guys, and here we are with a full view of the resort. Like I said, we are in fact in the world of 𝗧𝗛𝗛, and as you can see, we are pretty high up on a mountain. This is actually what could have been a dormant volcano, and I'll get into the story behind that in just a little bit. But as you guys can see, this is the grand main entrance. This building in particular houses the lobby where you check in and get your reservation there. But moving to the right side, this is a full-on resort village. So each of these buildings are essentially little cabins or bungalows where your Sims can stay. Obviously, we don't really have this feature. I believe it was debuted in the Bon Voyage pack back in The Sims 2. But it's definitely something you can use to simulate that experience. If you want to use this as a rental lot, you can also do that as well. And moving over here, this is pretty much the main attraction. And like I said, this is primarily an onsen, but I really loved having a large community pool here as well. As you guys can see, the pool actually wraps around beneath the balcony above, so it's a really cool spot if your Sims swim laps or just kind of hang out on the floaty. They'll actually go around that little circle underneath the cave. This, of course, is a view of the natural hot springs from the Snowy Escape pack, and like I mentioned, I figured that because this resort is near an older dormant volcano, perhaps there's still some heat trapped in the ground that fuel these natural springs. So, just a cool little detail. I don't know how much scientific sense it makes, but hopefully it adds some context to the lot. You guys just saw the vending machines also from Snowy Escape. Just a quick way to get some lunch in or get a snack. We do have another hot springs here, and of course a lounging deck for your Sims. Now, fun fact, I was doing cinematics for you guys, and one of my Sims unfortunately got very burnt, but lo and behold, that is just the intense sun in 𝗧𝗛𝗛. Over here is a look at the bathroom area, and that is also essential to the lot. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But moving up, this is the main dining area. So it has a really great view. It's the only building that pretty much encompasses the second floor of the resort. And as you can see, it does have a wraparound balcony as well. But moving out over here, we will check out the lot in different forms of lighting. We're currently in the very bright and sunny afternoon view, I believe. So we will switch it on over to the evening. This is probably one of my favorite views with a lot of that sunset kind of creeping in there. Now on to the night view. Heading back to the morning. And finally back to the afternoon, where we will take a look inside. So starting off our tour of the inside, I did want to give you guys a little bit more context regarding this lot and how it came to be. As you guys notice on the screen, this is known as the Yashinoki Springs Resort. This is the name I gave this lot in The Sims. And from my research, Yashinoki is the word for palm tree in Japanese, which I thought was very interesting. It definitely fit the world of 𝗧𝗛𝗛. And this resort in particular was actually inspired by a real resort chain known as the Hashinoya Resorts. So what you guys are looking at is just the main lobby area, so you can see the front desk there. Unfortunately, we can't have any NPCs actually running the hotel, but again, you can kind of simulate that experience. This is a view of the sitting area in the lobby. So you do have some books there, you do have a coffee machine. I've been to many resorts, so there's usually some kind of refreshment station there, so I did want to emulate that. But like I mentioned, this is in fact inspired by the Hashinoya Resorts. They are a chain of resorts that are located in Japan, mainly near beaches. So I believe there are some along the East China Sea, if I'm not mistaken. And what you guys are looking at are the little resort bungalows. So these definitely reflect both a merging of 𝗧𝗛𝗛 with a lot of Japanese inspired objects. Really clean, very zen, very minimalist. I really love how these came out. And these were, in fact, inspired by the real-life resorts. A lot of these little bungalows in real life are located either along pools or other natural bodies of water. And the infinity pool that you guys saw earlier is, again, reminiscent of that. Going in here, each of the little cabins do in fact have a full-on bathroom. It does have some of the more modern pieces, I think, from base game, and also the really cool shower from the Snowy Escape Pack as well. But moving on over, you guys do remember I did mention a bathroom that's kind of hidden away in the mountain part of the pool. So given that this is primarily an onsen, but could potentially be used as a community pool, there is in fact a bathroom slash washroom slash locker room here. So it's a pretty cool space. I kind of made it a little bit underwater with the light blue tones in the lighting itself and a lot of the pebbles on the walls. But of course, in terms of functionality, a lot of the guests do in fact come in, head directly over to this area, wash themselves off, maybe put away a few belongings, and then of course proceed to enjoying the onsen or the community pool itself. Thankfully, these bathrooms are also located in very close proximity to both the pool and the hot springs, so it won't take any time at all for your Sims to enjoy the amenities. These of course are just a view of the individual bathrooms themselves. And as you guys can see, there is a little bit of a mess here. My onsen worker is late, but hopefully they will be back in time to clean up for your Sims. Finishing off our tour today is of course the second floor of the build. And lo and behold, the only building on the second floor is our main dining area. So as you guys saw, there weren't any full kitchens in the cabins themselves. We just had some vending machines really, but this of course is where the true dinner experience will happen. These are in fact the kotatsu tables seen in the Snowy Escape Pack, and you can actually dine with other guests here. You can actually fill up the hot pot and share some really delicious, authentic Japanese cuisine here. And like I mentioned earlier, there is a really nice wraparound balcony here, so if you guys want to take a break after dinner, maybe have a nice chat and overlook the island, there are many great places to do so here. Just another one by the pool area overlooking the resort village. So looking at the lot specs as a whole, this lot is in fact a 40 by 30 lot, so it's certainly not too big. It can definitely fit into a variety of Sims 4 worlds fairly easily. The lot type is of course set to an onsen, but like I mentioned throughout the video, if you guys want to translate this into a community pool or perhaps even a rental lot, all of those are really solid options. Now in terms of packs, we only use 3 this time. We of course incorporate base game, but we also have content from Get Together, Island Living, and the Snowy Escape Pack. Alright guys, and that is a wrap on the Tropical Onsen build, otherwise known as the Yashinoki Springs Resort. As always, you know I love hearing all of your thoughts and feedback in the comments, and overall I do hope you enjoy this very warm, sunny lot. I know it's a pretty stark contrast to a lot of the winter holiday lots that are being made right now, but hopefully this is a really cool escape for your Sims. The chaotic Jihi, if you are watching this, I really hope you love how this came out. I'm definitely willing to do a more realistic, a more standard onsen in the future if that is more in line with what you're looking for, but definitely feel free to let me know in the comments below as well. And with that, this has been 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏